3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. KFB!
Hello, we are KFB, also known as Kisses for Comics. This is our podcast. I'm Corey, I'm the indie kid. Jack?
I'm Jack and I tap dance.
I'm Timmy, I like bad jokes. What's up? Yeah.
I'm Ewan, I drink a lot of water, and I'm tall.
Yeah.
I'm Nate, and I'm dark. Literally.
Good start.
We out here.
Literally.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
literally.
You're really out here doing
I feel
shit.
like with our personal introductions, it feels like some kind of Alcoholics Anonymous
That's what I was
circle.
thinking as well.
It is.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Does any-
It feels a little bit intense.
They're very intense,
Yeah.
especially the room we're in. Never
It's
been
fine.
in
Yeah,
before.
no.
I'd be
so
shaking.
we're chill. We're just chill friends,
Especially
chilling.
with the mics. The mics are like
Really good.
Yeah, no ASMR in this podcast. Thanks very much. None of that. None of that
no,
shit.
no more.
Timmy, would you like to?
Yeah,
Well,
kick
that's
us
all
off.
first.
Kick us off.
Man,
Alright, fine, I'll start.
He's a gamer.
You're the kid that likes water. Go on, go.
I'm not the kid.
Oh no,
It's
show
Ewan.
us
It's
how
Ewan,
much you
bro.
like whatever you like. then.
Show us how much you like milk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
take-
milk.
instead.
Alright, so
That guy
I'm gonna
from
show you how
from
much I like
Tesco's.
milk. Alright,
Show me your breasts.
Okay.
None of that.
Alright, no.
You're that guy from Tesco. You're that guy from Tesco's who walks out with the entire basket filled with milk. Doesn't even put the basket
Okay.
back.
So let me
Am I
explain
the
that.
guy?
We usually go to Tesco's for lunch. If you don't know what that is, it's just a normal store, I guess.
Everyone knows
And
Tesco's.
yeah, but
Tesco's safe.
people
I
who
think-
live in different countries.
I think
Yeah,
people even
probably someone in
internationally-
Barbados wouldn't know what Tesco
I was
Yeah,
watching
no,
a video
exactly.
about this the other day,
But-
about how Tesco was trying to branch out to America.
Well, no.
Um,
Walmart owns Tesco,
Yeah.
so
No,
Walmart
Walmart
is basically
owns-
the
I thought
American
Walmart
Tesco.
No,
owns
Walmart
Asda.
own Asda.
Yeah, and
that's
Asda.
Yeah.
And
It's
Tesco
one
are
of
their
those.
own independent
And
thing.
then Sainsbury's, the people that own Sainsbury's also own Emirates or something. I think
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is
Yeah,
Emirates, I think. Yeah.
It's
Saudi
really
Arabia
weird.
or something.
Most of the companies in the world are just owned by
Bigger
random
companies.
ass companies. It's weird.
Yeah, maybe not Saudi Arabia. But I don't know.
There's always a bigger fish.
But yeah, there was this guy, just a whole basket full of milk. He took it all out, and it's only a small store as well, so they had no milk left.
Huh.
I think it was
I
to
don't think I
feed.
was there.
I think it was to feed his wife and kids.
Yeah.
So
God.
I think he
Now they're
literally
li-
took every milk there because he'd run out of blue ones and he started going on to the red and green ones.
I know.
and we all know no one touches the red
No,
ones
you-
unless they have to.
You know he's
Yeah.
desperate.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are the
Trying
red
to feed a
ones?
cat.
They're watery.
Red-
they have
yeah.
no fat in them at all.
It's skim.
It
It's
feels
skim.
like it's
It feels on my
separated.
skin.
It's like you've literally just poured water in a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
tastes like. It's
Oh,
disgusting.
God. I love that.
No.
I
He's
do
a
that
red
all the
one.
time.
He's the kind of guy that pours water before the cereal. And that's the
Nice.
most unforgivable sin of them all.
Well, you're not wrong.
Dirty,
Exactly.
dirty, dirty, disgusting.
Speaking of companies,
Uh-huh.
Disney
Disney.
recently
Disney.
bought 21st Century.
21 Savage.
21
They
Century.
recently bought 21 Jump Street, the film.
Go on,
Bro,
sis.
They
it's
recently, they
22
recently
Go on.
bought
Go on,
Fox.
go on,
I'm just
sis.
gonna say that Fox.
Uh-huh.
Right, yeah.
So now they own now they just own The Simpsons and Family Guy.
Oh my God, the
Oh, wow.
Simpsons and Endgame.
It
What
ju-
about
it-
the,
it
what about the
doesn't-
other stuff, buddy?
doesn't
Can't
even
be
feel
forgetting
believable.
the other Marvel properties.
Okay, so they own Deadpool now, don't they?
Yeah.
Still things like that. The X-Men.
Fantastic Four. Yeah.
Fantastic Four. That's the important stuff.
You know, I was looking earlier, and there's easily over 100 characters. So when it comes to
Really?
movies, yeah, from the X-Men, that was just like a ranked list of different characters. So when it comes to movies, there's a lot of money.
Mm.
Lots of money and
Yeah.
It probably is just about money because, let's be honest, Disney probably don't care about making quality content.
That's why they
Consider
keep
it.
redoing
No.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a live action.
There's a
that no one
Dumbo
asked for.
live action remake coming out soon, which is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be.
That looks
Or-
awful, honestly.
Yeah.
From what I've
No,
seen.
It's going to be amazing. I don't know what you're saying, but yeah. So I think that most of the X-Men and stuff like that are just going to be rebooted.
Yeah,
whatever.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
people will love it. To be honest, I can't really see anyone complaining about it.
It'll
think
probably
they'll
be
do it
better
well,
if they do reboot it, considering
The movies right now are a mess,
they really are. I mean, Apocalypse had one good scene.
which was Quicksilver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quicksilver has the best scenes in all of those X-Men films, and that's it. That's how it is.
And I was watching this video the other day. All right, don't know how many of you guys have actually seen the movies, but this current timeline of the movies have gone across about 30 years, and the actors still look the exact same. It just makes no sense.
What?
So
do you mean?
the X-Men First
right.
Class, which came out in like 2013, was set in the 60s or 70s, and this most recent one is set in the 90s, and they're just not aged at all.
Oh, I see what you
Really?
mean. Except like Patrick Stewart,
Oh,
who
wow.
looks ancient
No,
now.
Patrick Stewart's not in it. It's
Wait,
James
who?
McAvoy, isn't it? He's playing
Oh,
Charles
yeah,
Xavier.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that group of the X-Men just haven't aged in the past 30 years.
Literally,
It's
the
so
only
dumb.
X-Men character that doesn't really age is Wolverine, and even he aged.
Well, I mean, he's not even in the
Yeah,
new
but-
movies, really.
Logan doesn't count as part of the X-Men
Suppose so.
franchise.
Yeah, no, it's not
so-
part of the current timeline.
Mm.
The best movie, they're going to be like, it's not real, didn't happen.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Oh god, they could do so much interesting things with like if Logan was part of the actual timeline, like the lead up to Logan being there as a fucking what was he, a taxi driver? No, a cab driver or something.
And not even that, they could use a lot of the new mutants that they showed at the end of that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Haven't we got like Dark Phoenix or whatever it's called coming up soon? though?
Ah, yeah, it comes out in I think it's August or July,
What was
so that'll
the,
be interesting.
There was an X-Men that was like every single film had a new actor playing them.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know any
Or
characters.
most of them. I don't know. It was a
Yeah,
bit weird.
I don't know. I
No.
don't know.
I haven't really watched them much, to be honest.
No.
I'm probably the one that's here that watches the least amount of superhero films. But I've
Yeah,
managed to
probably,
follow,
yeah.
I managed to
I
follow
haven't
them a
watched-
bit, but yeah. But talking about Disney, it's quite weird that they own them all now.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's like, yeah.
It's
I think
gonna-
it was definitely what it was in their interest from the beginning.
Yeah.
As soon as they acquired Marvel Studios, because obviously that was independent before. Disney swiped it up when the Avengers came out, and that's
Right,
been their end game ever since. So
Oh dear.
It's gonna get to a point where Disney owns absolutely everything.
I was
Disney-
looking at
Well, if Amazon gets
Disney
there
two
first.
Infinity Gauntlets to carry
Disney
everything.
dominate basically all of the American TV.
Ooh.
It's like
yeah, that is
stations now.
true. Yeah,
How-
don't they own like ABC?
Yeah, they own
Yeah,
ABC. which
Disney
is, like,
owns
the
a
biggest.
news network.
But
like,
now they own like
Now they
the
also
bigger
own Fox as well.
ones.
yeah, I
Fox
know
owns
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fox News.
Well,
So-
that was only since
Like Disney and
since
Fox.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of like how Rupert Murdoch owns basically all of news media in America
Yeah.
and most of it in England as well. It's just going to be
Fake
Disney
news.
owns
Mhm.
everything. It's
Mickey
everything.
Mouse on everything.
Not if
Mickey-
Amazon gets there first.
Mickey Mouse condoms.
Isn't that a thing?
Yeah.
Don't
Wait,
bother.
is
I mean,
that a thing?
probably.
I
You
don't
might.
know.
Disney one. So
You can get unlicensed everything. So probably.
Well, yeah,
condoms,
but I mean, licensed like full on
Mm.
Disney
Oh yeah,
condoms.
I found a box of raisins yesterday. It said Disney Foods on them. So
Mm.
Disney foods.
yeah,
You know, like
It's probably
Primark
Disney
does Harry Potter.
raisins. I
yeah,
feel
Disney
like that's
raisins,
quite
and it was
plausible.
Ant Life of what was it? No, a Bug's Life.
Bugs
of all
Life on the
things.
box.
Yeah, a
Oh,
Bug's
how
Life.
old
Oh,
that is?
I
Yeah,
know.
like
And
why
they
are they
got a
still
box of
making
raisins
stuff?
That's
as
not
well.
going to appeal to kids now.
No.
I mean, I guess it's like how Frozen stuff is still going.
Yeah, but
Frozen
everyone,
came out, like, 6
everyone,
years ago.
everyone knows what Frozen is.
Yeah,
That's true.
Everyone.
Frozen 2 is like the trailer before it was
Bugs
Mad.
got a
Life.
lot of views.
I haven't
It's
seen
mad.
it.
Bugs
Yeah.
Life is retro.
I haven't watched the original.
Retro.
Frozen.
Got it on VHS.
It is
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think I did have it
retro.
on VHS. Yeah, you're
What
right.
was it like? 90s?
97.
Late
I think.
90s?
97.
Yeah.
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 It was after
Jeez.
Toy Story. So
It's a really
yeah.
bad looking film.
It
Like,
is.
looking
It
back
is-
at
it
now,
does look
it's
bad.
horrible.
But
like how
I
Toy
mean,
Story-
for its time,
Pretty
Can't really
tasty.
complain.
No.
Yeah.
The story was
you know,
terrible.
we've got to remember that Toy Story had like a black
Well, no.
Andy
Toy Story
at the bottom
looked
of the
amazing.
stairs in the
all the
opening
Andys.
scene.
Yeah, just
All
the
the
same
different
Andy
Yeah.
to run over. Mm.
But just Andy.
I feel like those films, we've we've moved so much in technology that it's just absolutely insane. Like you see the Toy Story and how terrible that looked, even though it was an amazing film. We've got like, what came out recently? Toy Story 4 trailer, and just
Oh, yeah,
how
it
that
looks
looked
unbelievable.
amazing.
Andy is no longer bald. He's got hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Young Andy, at least.
You can like see each of his hairs.
Mummy.
Looks freaky.
Oh, someone's calling for their mummy.
Like that.
Yeah, I think that. I can't tell if he's testing his mic or just calling for his mum.
I was just calling for my mum,
Oh,
okay.
oh, you scared.
unfortunately.
Should we give people a bit of context where we are right now? We've just been talking about animated films.
What do you mean? Oh, where we physically
Yeah,
are?
where we physically are, not
we are
spiritually.
we are out here in a studio.
In our college.
Yeah,
in
in
our
our
college,
college.
yeah. First time using it, it's pretty tasty.
It is nice. There's
is
like a
kinda
soundboard and stuff that we're probably looking to using.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever
Did you get
certain
that
people
set up?
speak, we can just
Just
put
holds fire
as
in the booth.
racist.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to ASMR.
Uh,
Disappointing.
Well,
No, yeah.
Please don't.
Ewan,
There you go then. See,
you had a topic, didn't you?
I've been banned. I did have a topic.
What was it? Go ahead, man.
Yeah, we've
Go
all
ahead.
How
planned.
would you try and
All
talk
these
about?
gamers in the audience, of probably like one person so far.
Yeah.
We're hopeful. We're hopeful
Yeah, you
for
like
more.
video games too, man.
Yeah, man, I love video
Um,
games
Oh,
too.
that's so
Yo, gamer
niche.
gang.
if I may interject,
Yeah, of
fellas,
course.
I believe that
Not yet. Not yet.
Jack will have to be leaving soon.
Soon. Because of timing.
Yeah.
Well, let's
he has a class because college life. He like
college, my favourite.
Should we let Jack get his segment in?
whipping
Oh yeah,
Nana.
of course. Jack,
I
do you
don't
want
really have a segment, apart from a little competition we're running.
Yeah, Jack
competition.
has a competition that he would like to showcase to everyone.
Yeah. So if I just look through my little notes here.
Jack, you might want to get a little bit closer to that mic, buddy.
Yeah.
This
a
is
little
the
bit closer.
sponsor for this episode. This
Yeah,
first ever
Air
episode.
Ethiopia. So we're going to be hosting a competition. Okay, so you could win a chance for a week away in Ethiopia. It's foreskin themed, so you just have to text foreskin to an undisclosed number that we'll be releasing shortly. And so it's foreskin themed fun for all the family, and we'll even throw in a tin of malted milk. So how about that?
We have a. Do we have a number with that
It's a
as
free
well?
sale.
No, undisclosed for now.
Oh, okay. It's
It's
not
It's
yeah,
not
he said
open yet.
It's not open yet. Hopefully by the next podcast, when that goes up,
Yeah.
the number will be open.
You get a free
Um,
circumcision with it.
We just
Yeah.
want to
Available for
prepare
any family
everyone.
members.
So,
That was unexpected, but yeah. Just to rub salt in the wounds. You've got no foreskin, but here's a foreskin themed vacation.
Yeah, it's to rejuvenate the soul after losing a part of yourself.
yeah.
It's like you've gained it back physically.
It's like rehab.
This is relatable for some, but we won't name names. I'm getting eyes in my direction from people with no foreskin.
This is such a cool. What the
Ouch.
hell, man?
Ouch.
Come on.
Literally.
Okay.
Don't point you
I see-
in.
I
That's
see you
rude.
pointing, I see
They
you
can't
pointing.
see it because it's audio.
Ah, yeah.
yeah.
I can do whatever I want.
What?
That was naughty.
Ewan, we're gonna have to get up the stick, buddy.
No.
Yeah, come on, man. I'm gonna beat your wrists.
Yeah.
You can't. They're covered in bands.
Oh damn, you've got like
Damn, we got-
protection.
Indestructible
100
defense.
bands.
Red Nose Day 2019. What a disappointment. I wanted a rubber band, not some fucking
Red,
fabric.
red nose?
Disgusting.
It wasn't good enough, the red nose. You want a rubber band?
I haven't had a red nose in so long. Like, jeez.
I remember when I used to try and collect like all of the red noses every year.
I have a really big
Oh.
nose,
Red
so they
nose
always.
is
Do you know
Well,
what?
confident.
Fun fact.
They are.
Not fun. It's not fact. It's
Fun
true.
fact.
It's true. It's a
Good.
little story.
Yeah.
Whenever it was like Red Nose Day in my primary school, if you didn't have all the noses, you'd get beaten by like the other kids. You'd get beaten by like the other kids. They'd be like, you freaking loser. You
Was this
just
in
you wouldn't see daylight again.
Was this primary or secondary?
This was primary.
No,
Secondary
secondary
school
school.
hasn't
Yeah.
got time for that. It was primary school. These kids were brutal. I'm all right.
I wouldn't
This-
mind it.
This
Just
is
leave it to
a
hang upside
this is
down.
an example of how violent my primary school was. I was eating lunch. Jack, you know Max from our old school.
Yes.
Yeah.
To name names.
There was loads of Maxes in our school, so it's pretty young. It's a very generic name.
Yeah.
Shout out to Max listening to this.
Yeah, he probably won't.
You know who you are.
He was eating behind me, and there was a girl on my left, and he was ill, so he vomited into this girl's food.
Ah.
She vomited into my food,
Ah.
and then I vomited on the floor.
It's a chain.
What?
It's a real story.
You didn't keep the
That's
chance
a
going.
real
For
story.
really? How-
That
was there
really
a bit?
happened.
Was there a bit of time between the vomiting, or was it just sequential?
No,
Like,
it
completely.
was there was time. Like I looked at it, and I'm
Mm.
pretty sure sick got in my mouth
Mm.
because I was like going to take the bite, and the sick splashed on my food.
And
I
that's-
saw
that's
that.
just
Have
enough.
you-
Yeah. I
Have you
just-
guys seen
oh.
Sex Education?
Oh god.
I
No.
have.
Yeah,
There's
I
one
have.
scene in
Watch
there
that.
where there's a
Well,
vomit chain.
the Netflix series.
You don't have that? Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, just
I-
like
you don't have
sex
Netflix,
education
right?
you had in school.
I know it's very highly regarded. But
Everyone does
that's
have
about
Netflix
the-
here, right?
Yeah, I have it.
I
I
think
just
so.
didn't really fancy it. Didn't tickle my fancy.
It's,
a
I
bit
feel like the
funky.
opening scene would scare you.
Yeah, probably.
It is
Oh,
pretty.
yeah, the opening is pretty weird considering I had it on my speakers. Are like pretty loud. Mom's downstairs. She really enjoyed the that first scene.
Ah.
No spoils, man.
Have you
Oh,
not
okay.
seen it?
No.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds good.
yeah.
Every
Cool.
time I go onto Netflix, I just don't watch anything.
Seems like the
Like,
kind
I
of
wa-
thing Timmy would watch.
Timmy
I've
just
watched the
stares at the
preview like
menu.
10 times over.
Yeah. Do you ever just go onto Netflix and you want to watch something, but you just look at what there is
Yeah,
instead, and you're
I
like,
get
oh,
what you
Yeah,
that
no,
looks
yeah.
cool.
It's like you've
It's like
watched
when you're
every film.
browsing other sites and
Yeah.
there's such a large selection of videos.
I
You
just
don't know
go
what's going on.
No,
What
no.
sites those could be.
and then I go to YouTube.
I'm talking about YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
YouTube. Because
yeah.
YouTube lets you preview videos.
Yeah, it
And
does, yeah.
All the recommendations are just terrible and not to your taste
true.
whatsoever. just random things like
To be fair, that's how I discovered
British
most of my music taste.
mums. What?
That's to be fair how I discovered most of my new music. I just YouTube recommendations.
You know, YouTube
Very
recommendations
cool.
are actually
Ah.
pretty
Watch
good.
almost anything
Ewan,
on YouTube.
you know, it was in my recommendations the other day. It was the live stream of the Nindies.
Oh,
And
good
so,
old Indies.
You know, I know you have a lot to say about that
As our
because I know
resident
you
gamer.
watched it. So, what do you
We like that.
think?
Cuphead
yeah.
for Smash.
Cuphead for
Smash,
Smash.
yeah, that is one.
The creator of Cuphead actually really wants him in Smash.
Do you think it will happen? Like, honestly,
It's really possible.
I think
It's
it's plausible.
real possible because he's really recognizable. He's unique. He's got everything that's like required of a Smash character.
I feel like it's Sans
Moveset
Undertale
potential.
in Smash again.
Sans Undertale.
do you think Sans will actually ever be in Smash? I don't think he
No.
will.
Okay, what you were saying? You were saying earlier to me. You mentioned the fighter pass, and you were saying like there's meant to be more or something.
Yeah, apparently like leaks or like data miners have found that the Fighters Pass, which consists of Joker from Persona and then 4 others who have yet to be released, apparently there's meant to be like 6 of these entire passes or something.
6 passes. That is so many.
Apparently.
That's
That is a lot of
ridiculous.
fighters.
That
that
is
is-
insane. I don't know how
That's
true
like
this
30.
is,
If there's 5 free,
but that
Oh.
is insane.
That's a lot. That is a
so
lot.
many.
We're already up to like 70 characters or more.
We're on 7. Piranha Plant is number 70.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Nice.
No, making it round up
Basically
to
any
100.
That's
would be-
100 characters. Yeah, it's 100
Rounding up to
characters.
100 would be
Unbelievable.
pretty.
Do you know? I honestly, I think this is gonna be the last Smash game.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
I hope so, because Sakurai had to
Like
get an
that.
IV drip while
Yeah.
he was working on the game, and he just kept on working. He had an
So
IV drip
bad.
in his arm, and he just kept going.
Okay,
No,
yeah, that's pretty.
respect for the craft.
I never
man.
heard of this stuff.
He said
No one
Smash
knows
4
me.
was going to be the last one, and then he said, but wait.
Yeah, but
there's
you
more.
got to hear the amount of fans. You know what? Some of the Nintendo fans are really like out here just being so horrible.
Yeah, no, they're
Like,
brutal.
to creators.
They're brutal.
Timmy
yeah,
is
they're
the
just like
meanest.
give us the game,
Wow.
like non-stop,
Sans was
which is
Sans.
pretty. You know, I don't think they really care about. They're just gonna be like, give me another Smash, really.
I find
Yeah.
it funny. Timmy's
guess-
doing quite a lot with his hands right now. But if only we had a camera, we can see how enthusiastic he was about this.
Yeah, he's very enthusiastic about Smash.
He
Yeah,
loves
look at him
Smash.
waving his hands.
Put your trousers back on, please.
Timmy, we're in a
Exactly.
glass
What?
room.
We're
No.
all-
He's
Yeah,
behind
we
a
are in
desk.
glass.
This room is full on
And
glass.
behind
Yeah.
the door. He's safe.
The only black is like two
that's
sides
true.
of the wall.
Me.
Yeah, the only black is apart from you. The wall behind me and the wall to my right is white. So,
And Nate's sitting on a black
This is
desk.
fun,
Isn't that
though.
disgusting?
yeah. Well, I'm afraid.
Whoa.
I'm afraid I have to leave. So
Okay.
hopefully it's a
Alright.
musical interlude or something.
He's
But
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Goodbye.
Au revoir, Jack.
Thank you for coming to the podcast.
I'll be
Jack.
back soon though.
We'll see you
Bye
around.
bye.
He'll be back.
Adios.
Bye.
See you later, man.
Okay.
Be quiet.
We are out
We're
here.
way out.
Do you want your jacket, man?
You forgot your jacket. You forgot your jacket. Uh-huh.
What, Corey?
My mic cut out.
I know I did that.
Oh, bruh.
Ethernet cable
Thanks,
down
man.
here.
I'm trying to.
For real.
You're trying to do some fancy stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So what were you saying?
We were talking about the Fighters Pass. 6 Fighters Pass. It's like it's something I want to believe, but I feel like it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe they might release one more Fighters Pass because this one came out so early into the game's life. It
Yeah.
literally came out December last year.
Ewan, how hard are you talking into the mic? You sound very soft.
I think this mic is kind of just
Okay,
weird
yeah,
because
that's
I'm like
good.
really
That's
close
good.
to the
Yeah,
mic right
you
now.
kind of have to be.
Yeah.
It's
I feel
that.
like-
It's
Hey
a
guys.
vibe. Just be like, don't be loud into the mic, but make sure that you're close enough so when you're
Yeah.
talking, it's still,
Gotta be
kiss
nice and
worthy.
close to the mic.
Nice.
I
Nice
think
and
Nate is at
crisp.
the perfect
Yeah.
distance.
I've got a
proximity.
pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
used to using a mic anyway.
I'm not
'cause-
sure whether my mic's just kind
Oh,
of a bit
yeah.
off as well because
Well,
I'm not even far from the mic.
Also,
at
the
this
fact that
point.
Nate doesn't
now I'm
have
here.
a little foam shield, which
No, I
does
use that
crease a
usually,
little
but
bit.
it comes out the same distance. I have a pop filter right in front of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a most professional looking mic.
He does. It's because he's the one surrounded by stuff. And
Technology.
Things. Yeah.
This literally looks like the mic I have at home.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Wait, what mics do you have at home? You
I have a Niwa.
Newer.
He's
Yeah,
got,
it's
he's
pretty.
got a Niwa.
It is really good
Niwa.
quality. For
I
like,
actually think I'm using the same stuff as the studio is Behringer, which are great. They're great for because they're kind of cheap, but they're also really good quality.
yeah,
It's nice.
That's the best balance in life when you're buying stuff.
Yeah.
Cheap, but works great.
Yeah, not what Nintendo.
Yeah,
not
like
what
when you
Nintendo
get
are
like
doing.
a no. No.
That's all you can want.
Okay. So back onto Timmy's Disney Fox.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you guys think is gonna happen in A4?
A4.
Yeah, give me them theories.
Oh, okay, in A4.
Avengers, if I
Yeah.
didn't clarify for anyone listening.
Yeah.
Avengers
You mean
Endgame.
A4 the movie?
Yeah, I mean
about
the piece of paper.
About real paper.
Yeah, I meant the movie.
You're in A. Oh, okay, all right. So I feel like it's just gonna be. Well, obviously, Ant-Man is going to go inside of
No,
Thanos.
Tim.
No.
Timmy.
This is not safe
I
for
might,
the
I might
content.
have to cut that.
I feel like nothing's gonna happen.
Ant-Man is going to go into Thanos'
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
Timmy's just
I
been
mean-
killed off.
I feel like
I feel like it's the only
Rest in
strategy.
peace, Timmy.
Do you know what? I honestly don't think Thanos is gonna die. I'm
I don't
gonna
know
say
why.
it.
At the
Well,
end
I
of
don't know
the
what to
comics-
expect because it's just going to be completely unexpected. So
At the end of the comic, I think I found a good angle for my mic.
ooh.
It wasn't working on the other ones because
He's
when I
straight
go around
stunting.
here, it sounds like
That's
this.
nice.
Now I'm back around here,
Oh, yeah.
it sounds like this. Ooh, I think it's got a duff mic.
Maybe.
La,
No,
la,
it's
la, la.
No, but at the end of the comics, doesn't Thanos end up like retiring to become a farmer?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what
but
he's
that's
that
what's
was
done
post
already.
snap.
You know, but like, so what's he gonna do in this one?
After that is Nebula actually gets the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics and does her own snap. I think.
Why?
From what I can remember when I read it.
She like snap everyone back.
No.
They just do another one.
Yeah,
No,
I
Neb-
think she literally does just do another snap. She goes like literally insane because
Yeah, no.
the thing with the Infinity Gauntlet is people think that anyone can just take the Infinity Gauntlet and snap again, but Thanos, his species, he's like one of the most powerful beings in the universe naturally.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? You see what it did to his body in the movie.
You see what it did to
He just barely managed to like
Chris
contain
Pratt
all
in
that
the
power.
first-
Yeah.
The whole Guardians took
One stone.
One stone, yeah. So, and I mean, yeah, to me, you said what happened to his arm, right?
Right.
what did happen to his arm?
Well, it's because he couldn't contain all the power from the snap. So
Right.
what happens in the comics usually is when someone like there's the Illuminati, right? You can't tell, but I'm using hard like air signs to show that I don't mean like what people think is the actual Illuminati. So
Yeah.
that comprises of
Good old air quotes.
Reed Richards, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther, and Black Bolt, right? Comic characters. There's and Doctor Strange, and so they guard an Infinity Stone each. And what
Yeah.
happens when they use them all together is usually the stones will either break, scatter, or just
So-
disappear.
Are there multiple versions of each stone? Can it happen multiple times? Can a stone break multiple times in the comics?
No, I from what because you can wish the Tesseract, all right, the Space Stone in the movies can actually grant wishes in the comics.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they're gonna do that. I feel like that would be kind of interesting.
Tesseract
the
is
dragon.
the what stone was that?
That's the blue one, the one that
Yeah.
Loki,
All Avengers,
Came
like
from.
the first Avengers film,
Yeah.
sorry.
yeah, that opened up the massive wormhole.
And Captain Marvel, if you've seen that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
not.
I haven't yet though.
I have
Ooh.
not.
I just know.
Major spoilers.
There's a dog.
There's a dog.
There's a dog going.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a dog called Pig.
No spoilers.
There's a
man.
dog called Pig.
I'm not going to be able to watch it now.
It is a good movie. Honestly, it is a pretty good movie.
Why do you
Oh,
think
okay.
people were like hating on it so bad?
Yeah.
It's because of what Brie Larson actually said. She said something about like she tweeted saying this is not a movie for like straight white men.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because
yeah.
it's not supposed to be an empowering movie
What?
for people like that. It's not. She's not saying don't come to it. She's saying this isn't your movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't
Right.
think it was inherently offensive, but I feel like the way that people took it.
I don't
was-
feel like any
Yeah.
movie should be made.
No, I don't feel
like
well,
that.
But you have to look at an audience. We all know this. You have
Yeah,
to look
that's
at an
true.
audience when you're making a movie anyway.
Yeah.
And it's a movie
Yeah.
that's targeted towards like teen or young women
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
growing who need
I
to
guess
be
I get
empowered,
that.
especially
I get
in
that.
this massive sea of like male-only superhero movies. You know,
That's-
these
that-
male-led action movies. So besides Wonder Woman, there's not really many female-led action movies.
it's kind of the Disney
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, that's
is
true.
And
what
they've done the
Disney's
same
been
with
doing.
Star Wars as well, which people just accept that no one likes really, you know. the
New
lead
Star
in
Wars
those
films?
movies.
Oh right.
Um,
okay.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray.
Rogue One's really good.
Rogue One is
haven't
good,
seen
but
Rogue
you
One.
notice Ray's not in that.
That end scene alone with Darth Vader would have made
It
the
is
entire
amazing.
film.
It is amazing.
The film's been out years.
I still haven't seen
I feel like I need to rewatch Rogue One. I've
No.
seen it, but I've
You
just
should.
like can't
You should
remember
watch
it
it.
at
It is
all.
good.
I don't really like Star Wars.
Why are you
That's how
saying
it is.
spoilers then, man?
I don't know, man.
You're
I just-
ruining my fun.
I've never liked it. I feel like when I was young, my parents would make me watch it quite a lot, and it's like raisins. When you're forced fed raisins when you're a kid, and now I hate them, or mushrooms or something, whatever.
Right.
Yogurt
Like
raisins are
anything.
really good.
Nah, man, raisins just as it, ain't it?
The slip there.
Fall off
Yeah, I
your
had to
chair.
cut my mic out a minute
Yeah,
because
okay.
the chair was really far away. So I
Chair-
was kind
that
of like
chair
leaning
is
forward.
really low down for how high up the desk is.
I honestly thought you were standing up for a
I'm
while.
not standing up.
Oh.
I'd be taller if I was standing up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just do an air chair the entire episode.
No. I don't know.
You can
it,
do
would,
it.
it would actually make it nicer if I could see you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
there's a
can't see
monitors
us
in
very
the
well.
way. Hello, Nate. How's it going?
Oh, okay.
And now
well,
I'm back.
I think in most podcast situations they have just a circle table or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like maybe next time we should maybe move the mics in
Yeah.
a little bit,
Yeah,
Move the
yeah.
mics in.
and then
I
we
mean,
can all make eye contact.
We
you
can
know?
do that now.
Oh, right. Okay. If we
Yeah,
move
let me
that
just.
one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
There.
sing
Let's
to the
cut the
audience
mics.
real quick whilst I cut your mics. Do. Oh, okay. I'm gonna introduce. I have another thing to say about the Nindies. There's this really cool, really beautiful game called Rad. It is coming soon. What is everyone's opinions on it?
I like
think
Rad.
it looks fantastic. It's like it reminds me kind of a game that came out in the mid 2000s because that had a kind of boom of really interesting like top-down games like that.
I feel like the color palette's pretty nutty as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It also feels like mid 2000s just culture.
It
where
does.
It's very
It
colorful.
does.
Yeah.
Like colors don't really match.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that was the 2000s.
I guess that kind of it makes sense because like I think the games are quite a lot about disorder and
Yeah.
mixing random things up, and so I feel like that game.
Yeah,
is
the color
part of it.
palette definitely fits that.
Yeah, yeah.
When I first saw like the trailer, I was like, "What's this?" But then like by the end of the trailer, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, this is
what
pretty
it is."
tight. Yeah.
What is everyone else excited for from the Nindies?
You all said that you don't like the what's it? It's the one,
the ninja one.
not the ninja one. The
Oh,
the
it's
other
like
one.
ping.
Yeah, the
pinball.
pinball.
With,
The
with a
pinball.
ninja.
Oh, the pinball one.
I
It
think
was
that
kind
looks
of.
cool.
It is kind of a ninja one, I guess you can say.
It's somewhat, yeah.
I feel like
I
it's
like the
about
pinball one.
the samurai one. You know where it's all like the neon and he's running
Yeah.
through everything.
Oh, what the platformer
No,
one?
I
Yeah, I
that
tried
looks okay.
I don't
Can't
like
remember
But
what
the
it's called.
pinball one, like,
I feel like
it
it's
just
very
looked
average
like
looking
nice.
game.
You're looking it up now.
But the pinball one, that was bad. Let's be real. It was just it doesn't look.
I thought it looked
interesting.
so good.
No,
I thought
but
it looked
like-
so good.
It could be
It's
better.
like, it's a gimmick. It's like a mini game
Yeah,
for a game.
I
but
love that.
I don't know. I feel like if it's coming
It's
out
not
on
for
the
everyone,
Switch, it
yeah.
must kind of have to put a lot of effort into it. If it was coming
Yeah.
out on PC, I can understand if it was free as well. But I don't
Most
think
of
it is.
them probably are out on PC, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's how they get their platform.
Well,
All out on Steam or all
you,
the
what
shit
you
lives.
think Rad's on the no because it's
Oh
exclusive.
no, Rad,
isn't
Rad
it?
is
Yeah.
like probably different.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Rad looks. Do you know what? I know I've already said it. It reminds me. Do you guys know the game, the Gauntlet?
No.
I haven't.
No,
heard
I do
that.
not.
It's like a top down. You go like a dungeon crawler. I think it
Right.
was like one of the original, sort of games like that.
Right.
But that's what it reminds me of. But just the gameplay elements look really cool.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited to see it.
Yeah.
Being
I think
played,
so.
even if I
yeah,
can't
there'll
play
be
it
more
myself.
of it.
You know,
Another Nindies direct.
I'm gonna force Timmy to bring in his Switch.
I'm just
bring
going to
in the
quickly
Switch.
get the
I've got
list
Switch too.
of the Nindy games that they announced real quick on my
Okay,
laptop.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, go on.
I've got it here as well.
That was the one with the
Oh,
dog.
you and
right.
you and came in
You and
clutch.
got it.
I came in I was already there before Corey even said anything.
Look, bruh.
Right,
Well,
tell,
ready?
tell us those games, buddy.
So at the very beginning, we got Cuphead.
Yeah.
Of course,
Cuphead.
They had to announce that first. They had to get everyone like
They got to reel everyone in.
satiated.
Yeah,
I
they
feel,
got.
like, I feel like they went. I feel like they went through all of the really good games at the beginning and
Yeah.
just kind of got.
I get
Well,
that.
that was it was the first, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cuphead was the first.
Yeah,
and then we had
yeah.
the Overland one.
Overland. I
Overland.
think that looks great.
When you
Overland.
get in the car.
Oh yeah, you like the look.
Yeah, I think it's a
And-
really interesting looking game. It's like,
Get in the
Didn't it?
car
It was
and
like
you're, your
procedurally
survivors, and
generated.
yeah.
they make a joke
Overland.
about you can save the dog. Please save the dog.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said guys said you get in the car. I was like,
It's like the one where you're standing on a cube and then you're like,
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like a
it's like a
3x3
strategy game.
tile or whatever it is, and
The art
Yeah.
style
I
is
can't
really
remember if it's
sick.
3x3,
Yeah.
but it does look pretty interesting.
hold up, I'm so confused. What is this?
So
It's
it's,
like-
a post-apocalyptic game where you drive around and collect materials and stuff like that. It's basically a normal post-apocalyptic.
You got any? You got any screenshots?
Ewan?
yeah.
But did it look like Earthbound kind of? Did it kind of
No,
look
it
like
was
that?
like it's 3D. It's like
It's 3D.
It's like 2.5D.
I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That game does look quite pretty.
I
I
believe
agree with Corey here.
I feel like it would be better if it wasn't that like tiled look. I mean, it makes sense considering it's on a Switch, so it can't really have an entire world just be
No.
made.
Well,
Yeah.
they did it
rendered,
with Breath of the Wild. That's
guess.
That's
Yeah.
a fat game.
Breath of the Wild isn't procedural though, and procedural it
Okay,
really
yeah.
ruins stuff a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. It's
Oh.
like, yeah.
It's interesting.
I
think
feel
I'm
like
gonna
half
be
the people
excited.
listening gonna have no idea what procedural is.
Procedural. It means
I don't really.
so it's say you have a level where you have a level and you have. A
Did y'all hear
forest.
that?
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Okay, that's pretty epic. Yes, all right, sorry.
Thank you, computer. Very cool. You're
If
very sick.
it's procedural, those trees are going to spawn in different places every time it's loaded up,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a new level, random, probably set out, given a couple of like constraints, but so a tree can't just like float off into
Yeah.
the sky.
It's like Minecraft.
yeah,
is
Minecraft is
Minecraft.
procedural.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is true.
That is
The
true.
best way to describe it is that it's just the computer makes up.
Okay, no,
graphics on
Timmy,
its
stop.
own.
All right, is Minecraft on crack?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Like it's
No,
render
not really.
distance. It's render distance.
Yeah, it's a server Minecraft.
Yeah, it's you guys know my server. You guys never came on my server.
Yeah,
And,
you
um,
two,
we did.
you
Yeah,
two
I
snakes.
didn't.
And
I dipped
I
out.
deleted it.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I didn't even know
I'm
that
not
for a
paying
while.
£5
Nah,
a
that's
month
fair
for
enough.
that.
£5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
we stopped playing it after a while, didn't we? 'Cause
We got the mods on it.
yeah, and then
uh,
it just turned a bit bad.
I wish
no.
I never deleted the original world.
You gave people lots of very interesting names,
Wait, did you delete the original world?
Oh, yeah.
like Bayesian Canadian.
Oh god, we're not saying
oh yeah,
this.
that was
okay,
that was
okay,
good.
okay.
Yeah, Nate, did you delete the original world, the one that we'd built up
I
town?
did.
Bro,
Damn, bro.
bro, that was a
Rip.
good world.
Just because, all right, the host I was using wouldn't actually let me save it.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh,
that's weird.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
I didn't actually want to cry,
Poor mate.
but
it was
instead
a
I
good
just
world, man.
it pushed me into comfort eating for a little while. I was cradling myself over this Minecraft
Well,
server.
To be honest, we did spend hours and hours on that server.
We did.
Like,
I remember
It
I
took so
I
long.
left one day, came back the very next
That
day.
was so
and
much.
You're like in the nether, you'd done everything already.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
that gauntlet that we
The
did
gauntlet-
in
the
the
gauntlet was
server.
good.
I
That
went,
was
I
fun.
went to
It
do the
was
gauntlet,
so
and then,
annoying.
then my computer was like, no.
To be
Okay,
fair, you
that
are
was-
doing it on a Mac.
Yeah, but it kind of wasn't intensive. Like the amount of mobs
It
that were in
was.
there.
It
It
was
was a lot.
definitely. I think it made my computer like burn a little bit.
It's gonna hurt.
Not really.
M-
but
oh, okay. Your computer's set on fire.
my yeah, my computer's
Oh.
hot, man.
Toasty.
Right. Well, Nate, would you like to have a little?
Yeah, you got
discussion about your
anything to
topic?
talk about?
Yeah, I do. So do you guys have any idea of like the whole like the Tess Holiday sort of controversy?
No, I do not.
The what?
Please
Did
explain.
you guys know who
Holiday?
Tess? Okay, so she is a plus size model. She's very. I'm gonna think of ways. I don't want to offend anyone. She's like very large in stature. She's like a very big woman. She's quite pretty.
Mhm.
And she had a photo shoot in lingerie for a cover, and it was near-ish Christmas. I think it was in like November, maybe even early before that. So a lot of people were saying like, a lot. Okay, there's someone outside. So, a lot of
Thank you,
people
glass windows, you're
think
very cool.
that
Yeah, we should have curtains in here.
We should
yeah,
have like one-way
we should
windows
have
or something at
curtains.
least.
A lot of people complaining that they don't want like kids and stuff seeing someone who is as comfortable and promotional, if you will, of like their own body type if they're not within like healthy weight parameters.
Oh right.
So I wanted
okay.
to ask you guys whether you think, like, honestly, do you
Damn.
think that seeing someone who's obese would affect a child to the point where they just get obese because they've seen someone else
I
We're going
don't.
be like
I don't
praised
think
for
so.
being confident?
Kids don't take
Um,
notice of literally anything.
No, I don't think they do.
Yeah, I think
No. Yeah, they don't care.
kids,
Kids
under,
don't.
kids,
Kids
are
don't care.
sponges for things that like their parents say and stuff. that
And
they
also
trust.
things that are said directly to them.
Yeah.
When it comes to something like a magazine, they're not going to be looking at that and being like, yeah,
they
I want to
don't-
be like that.
Yeah, they don't care
you know?
about the magazine.
No.
The only,
no.
the only thing I wanted from magazines at that age was a toy on the front.
Yeah.
Let's
I
be real here.
I think there's enough, like I guess propaganda or information from the government and things like that, and things in place to stop kids becoming obese.
Well,
Jamie
here's the
Oliver be
thing.
like-
Excuse me. I feel a burp.
Mute yourself.
Oh.
There's a lot of things to do with children on social media. So people that aren't above the actual what can you say legal age? Yeah, I guess the legal age to be using stuff like, I think on Instagram you have to be 13.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
right.
most social
Okay,
media
social
is
media.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially they're owned by Facebook now, and Facebook's like 13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
we
so
like that.
YouTube and Google. To have an email, I think you have to be
Yeah.
13 as well.
So there's a lot of people who I know are like 7,
Yeah,
maybe
no.
8, 9, who are using these things. Do you think that they're more susceptible to these to this kind of content, or do you think that not really?
I feel like kids don't judge. Like,
No.
if you think about it, I have never heard a kid say something like, overly racist, or unless their
See,
parents are
that's
like
the
that or
that's the
something.
thing. I know someone whose brother has used a particular slur beginning with the letter N, and so
Really?
I feel like Timmy, I'm not waiting you out. Don't worry. Oh, duh. No, it's not Timmy. It's not Timmy.
It's Timmy's brother.
But yeah, it's
not
Timmy's.
Timmy's
It's Boris
brother.
Johnson's little brother. It's not Boris Johnson's brother. That's slander. I don't mean it.
We're kidding.
Yeah.
Does Boris Johnson have a
But
brother?
I'm not joking about
Boris
someone's
Johnson
little
is
brother
listening
saying
to
the
this
N-word
right now.
His
Um,
brother's called Boris Johnson II.
So I feel like
We love you,
there's a
Boris.
possibility if they're like looking at those certain things, or the parents are showing these certain things, or they're getting sent these certain things by their friends. But I feel like they're not gonna
No.
be thinking those things anyway.
The
I
thing
don't
is,
think
that
kids care
kids
that
don't.
much.
They also can't. Like, it's their parents' job to feed them. They're only going to eat what their parents give
I
them.
mean,
Yeah, to
you
be
can't.
honest.
You can't. I'm trying to. Yeah, and I agree with Corey for sure. Like, you can't overfeed a child. That's abuse.
Yeah.
So unless these kids are actually getting abused, how are they going to get obese? Unless they're doing literally nothing.
Yeah.
But I feel like
guess.
that in a way is abuse as well. If a kid's doing nothing all day
well,
and they're young,
it's the job of
I
the
think it's-
parent.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, it's the job of the parents to expose the person to the
put-
kid to
yeah.
media and what media they want them to be exposed to. Like, I think most parents will let a kid on Fortnite, but not going to let them on like Pornhub or something.
well, I feel like that's not necessarily true. As they get I know a friend's brother who is
Oh, God,
like
not again.
young, knows what porn is, knows sexual terms.
Well, at the same time,
I didn't know anything until I was in like year 10.
As soon as I moved to my school that I went to, Jack, with fun fact,
Yeah.
that's when I started hearing terms.
Right.
So I was,
I think that's down to our area being a bit dodgy.
I'm gonna keep it real.
yeah.
I think like on one of the first days in year 7, I knew about porn. Like I'd heard of it. Like my friend just said, look up pornography on YouTube, and I was like, oh, what's that, man? What the heck
You're
is
one of
that?
those kids who watch like lesbians kissing on YouTube.
And then he was like, no, bro, don't do it. No, bro, don't do it. Don't do it, bro.
Please no.
Because I went to school in Ulminster, so that's like London bound, I
Oh,
guess.
really?
Before I went to school with Jack,
He's
and
elite.
no one was talking about that sort of stuff there. Like I
Right.
was hanging out with year 11s, they were cool. Everyone was
Really?
everyone was just whatever. You're like, you are who you are,
Oh, no, my
sort of
school
thing.
was
Wow.
the worst. I think it's specifically, especially my group of friends, we were all kind of, I guess, incels in school.
that's
and
nice,
that
yeah.
kind
I feel like everyone regrets, most people regret like what they were maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah,
I do.
definitely.
Between like 13 to 14, if you don't regret what you did, I'm not really sure you're a human.
Did you really live at that age?
I mean, you don't have to regret, I don't think, but like
Do you want
most
to get
people
real
do.
for a minute?
Cringe.
Yeah,
Do
sure.
you wanna get
Okay,
okay,
alright,
let's
go
talk
in.
about our biggest regrets.
Oh,
He wants to go
I was
first.
thinking about this last
He wants to
night.
go first.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, okay, good. Go on, Tim. Tim, why don't
Yeah,
you
come
go
on, Tim.
first, buddy?
Oh, look at the
Sitting
time.
all prepared.
Oh,
Nope.
look at the time.
Am I
You're
prepared?
13
What is my
minutes.
biggest
Go.
regret?
Yeah, come on. Let's
Because
power through
I'm
this.
just trying to think what is my biggest regret. I don't know. Maybe doing computing at GCSE. That was a big
Really?
mistake.
That can't be your biggest regret.
It
It's
might
not.
mean it might
Not-
be.
It's one of my biggest regrets.
Did you do computer
It was
science?
so bad. I did not
No,
like
to
it.
be fair, my computer science course was terrible as well. So.
I still somehow.
my
got
So
a
was
good grade.
Jack's.
My
I
computer
feel like
science
they just
teacher
won't run
fired.
well.
No, they weren't. Was yours Pearson? Exam board.
I think no. I was on OCR or something like that.
Ooh.
I think mine was that actually. I can't remember.
Obscurity.
I can't
Yeah.
remember. I can't,
It was a terrible course.
One of the weird.
I can't remember what I
boards.
did, but my teacher for computer science actually got fired.
Oh,
for
I
like
made my computer
literally
science teacher
writing
cry.
people's controlled assignments for them.
Oh.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and then like after the computer science exam, we literally got taught nothing throughout this entire thing.
Is this guy trying to dodge his regret?
No, I'll do that.
What,
in a minute.
me?
No, you.
Oh,
You've already
yeah.
said yours.
I'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
No, but this guy, after the computer science exam, we literally didn't get taught anything except basically learn every day
Yeah.
how to just code the same thing.
Mm.
Like at the end of year 11, you get this print "Hello World." And no, it's a bit much.
That sounds good. What's your regret then?
What's my regret? Not studying as much as I could have probably, because I feel like I could have done so
Makes
much
sense.
better, but I
I feel
just
that.
didn't do it.
I mean, you're here now though, so
I am here now. I passed everything, which is I'm grateful for that,
yeah.
because some of my teachers held like study sessions early in the mornings. Shout out to Mr. Pratt, the best science teacher ever.
Just
And
Chris Pratt.
That literally saved me, because I didn't get chemistry at all.
Would you
and
like to go, Nate? Would you like to say? your
Mine's
biggest
kind of
regret?
real. Mine's like a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit.
I have a couple of real regrets, but
Not a couple, just
just
name
one.
that
Just
I have
one.
a couple.
Well, I think I'll go for like a
Kinda
kind of
clunky.
light-hearted one, sort of. When I was in school, I had anger management problems. In
Uh-huh.
primary school, I mean. And one of those things was when I'd get very angry, I would cry and hide in the corner, away from my teacher and my class.
Oh, I thought you meant like violence.
No, well, I did stab a kid with a protractor once.
Oh, that's a weird flex.
Sorry,
Ooh.
a compass. I mean,
Someone in my primary school kicked out a door, like it was glass. He just kicked out the entire thing.
yeah, I had a kid throw tables around a classroom. But
Oh,
so
every school had a kid like that.
I
Yeah.
kind of did it on purpose, just because I knew that if I would cry, the teachers would not tell me off for doing whatever dumb thing I'd done, like stab a kid with a compass. So
I thought it was a protractor.
compass, no, protractor would be absolutely useless to
You
stab
did say
one with.
protractor a minute ago, didn't you?
Yes, I did. No, really.
Yeah, you did say protractor.
That's your biggest regret now.
That's on record, buddy.
But yeah, once I got into secondary school, one of the first few weeks of secondary school, I got in trouble for not doing my homework, and this was after I'd finished my anger management therapy and stuff like that. But I tried to get away with it by crying to my teacher, and they did not care whatsoever. It was really awkward. I hope that she doesn't remember, and there was no other students in there. That's and yeah, well.
Even
that's
though
my
you were
regret.
at year 7 at the time, you were literally like in the first few weeks of year 7. She should cut you a little bit of slack. It's,
Yes.
it's a bit
It's high
intense going
school.
from one school to the other.
Well, no, it's not even high school. It's lower school. It's middle school. It's middle school.
Like,
But
Yeah, like sort of. Yeah.
Middle school, year 7, so I would have been 11, 12. That
that's
kind of age.
rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I remember I used to
Still.
like fake being sick to get out of maths lessons.
oh,
in
I did that all
year
the
3.
time.
Damn.
I
Like
used to
every
bunk
maths
lessons all
lesson,
the
I
time.
would do the minimum requirement, feel sick, and go home.
Can you do maths?
Can I do maths? Yes, I can.
Okay.
I passed.
Same. All right.
Nate,
Top
what's
set,
your
not to
regret
brag.
then, bud?
My biggest regret.
Mhm.
So my sister, I have my older sister, myself, I'm the youngest, and then there's a middle sibling, and she passed when I was 9, so it's been like nearly 8 years. And when it was her funeral, there's this thing where when the box with the ashes or the coffin is lowered, there's dirt, there's like a pot of dirt, right? And a lot of people will like sprinkle that over and my dad did it, my mum did it, my stepmom did it, my sister, one of my aunties, and then when it was offered to me, I said no.
Right.
Why was that?
I have no.
Might have been a bit much. You were only young.
It scared me so much.
Yeah. No, that's completely understandable.
But I still think about it. I'm like, why didn't I just?
I guess a lot of the routines at a funeral, a lot of the things you do there are kind of trying to separate you from them, trying to give closure.
Yeah, it's like that was like a goodbye. That was like, this is the last thing I'm gonna do, which is gonna be with her.
Yeah.
Like under the sea.
And I guess as a kid, you
Why are we laughing?
as a kid, you
I tried
don't
to lighten the
want
mood.
things to end. Like, you don't want playtime to end, whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty
don't
sure
want
no
things
one
to be
wants their
over.
sibling to be dead.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But especially as a kid, you kind of don't want that closure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get that.
I don't.
That was my biggest boy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to bring the mood back up.
Yeah,
by,
bring that mood back up.
We've got about
Talking
7 minutes
about-
left.
Learning another language.
We got
so,
7 minutes.
Duolingo, I love you.
Duolingo is great.
Duolingo.
Me,
Love Duolingo.
I'm
Not
learning
sponsored.
Spanish. Timmy, you're learning Spanish and French because you hate yourself and you're learning multiple
I'm
languages.
learning
at once.
Japanese as well.
I'm
Jap-
learning
Are you for real?
Jap
Yeah.
and Swedish. Swedish is,
Swedish?
but yeah, I've been
Okay.
learning that for like a year because my I hate saying this so much. Someone who I used to have deep emotional connections with said they wanted to move to Sweden, so I dedicated like a lot of my time trying to learn Swedish because I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
I'd be with them for a lot longer than I was.
Right, okay.
Me being
Times change.
16.
Right, yeah.
You and you're also learning Spanish.
Yeah, and like, I used to learn German.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
That's a
nice.
pretty cool
I
language.
might try and pick that up again.
You
So
should.
German's good.
You should, yeah.
German's good.
And it's widely spoken, right?
I want to try and learn German as well.
German is pretty widely spoken. Yeah, it's European, quite big in Europe.
German,
Yeah.
Spanish, and English, like the main languages.
No, Chinese is
Yeah,
big.
Chinese.
Chinese
is way bigger
Chinese,
than
English,
German.
and
I want to
Spanish.
learn Chinese as well as Spanish.
Isn't
Yeah, I wanna try
Mandarin
and
the
learn Chinese
the
as well.
most spoken
I
language
think it's
in the
second
world?
behind Spanish, and then it's English behind
Oh,
that. I think.
Yeah, but population, everyone in China's talking Mandarin, right?
But at the same time, the amount of countries that speak English and Spanish.
Spanish.
I think it's
so-
like the amount of people that speak Chinese is more than the people that speak English.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like English is like more
It's like the
spread out
ratio
around
around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world.
Like,
you
there's,
know?
I don't think there's any other
speak
countries
English,
that
like
speak
fluent
Chinese.
English.
Yeah.
Do they
So there's
count
more
it?
people that speak, like there's less people that speak fluent English, but there's more people that speak fluent Chinese.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, like there's there's more
There's
people
like
that
more
speak
like actual
Chinese.
Chinese
So-
speakers than
Yeah.
English speakers.
But I guess
One-
English is more widespread.
One thing that has happened for me learning Spanish is there's pretty much every week there's a phrase that just sticks in my head.
Yo como manzanas.
Yeah, for you it's yo como manzanas, which is
I eat apples.
I eat
I
apples.
hate apples.
And I do.
Mine is donde está el baño, which is
Uh-huh.
where is the bathroom. Timmy, do you have a phrase that's stuck in your head?
Trying to think. I haven't done my Duolingo in like
Oh, man, you got to get that
4 days.
consistency.
I've lost my streak.
I do it like
Oh,
once every
that's
2
my
days. I
streak.
need to do it once
I
every
do it
day.
all the time. Timmy,
You're the
is
role,
there- is there
you're the
any,
role model here, Corey.
Is there any phrases that stick with me in
Mm.
Spanish?
What was it you sent to me over the Duolingo app?
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not saying that.
Oh, that was good.
What did I-
Well, you think?
didn't
Well,
even
Nate,
get a
is there
point
any
for
that
that.
you?
I don't know if this counts from a song. There was this song from an from an anime OP.
What anime?
When I was in like Tiger and Bunny. It's like one of the
Oh,
first
yeah, I've heard
like Japanese superhero things I've seen. Yeah, thank you.
I've never seen it. Don't worry.
And
I'm a weeb. I'm just a casual fan.
it's Orion Bonazaru, and I have no idea what it means. Still,
Right, but it just sticks with you.
it just is
Right.
because it's a song,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
and that
you.
was like one of the first.
that's me with
phrases I've heard.
the Narcos intro. The-
Oh, Narcos is a good show.
I haven't seen
love
it.
that
Would you
show.
guys
It's
recommend
so
it?
good.
I would
Right,
recommend
the
it.
first 2 seasons are fantastic. That's about Pablo Escobar. The 3rd season is about the Cali cartel.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's all right, but I'm still watching it anyway, so
I'm still on Pablo Escobar at the moment.
Yeah, Kisses
I haven't
from
watched it in ages.
it's really good.
Yeah,
So what was the phrase, Nate?
the phrase.
What was the lyrics? What
The
was song?
Japanese one.
Orion Bonazaru.
Horion Norazaru.
Wo Nazaru.
Moana.
Moana. Yeah,
I might as well just be dyslexic.
it's Moana.
Timmy, did you Did you think of something instead of just scrolling on Instagram like a
Yeah, I know.
freaking
I'm
nerd?
just looking at
Damn, we're
dumb
really out
posts.
here saying turn off your phone. He's
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm actually gonna go through.
Yeah, me and Nate,
Instagram.
we were good. We actually turned off our phones and everyone else is just on it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
I
just
had to
gonna
look
say,
up
yeah,
the
I'm
you
just-
actually
yeah.
used it for a
Next
good
time I'll
purpose.
bring my laptop out and we can actually be prepared.
I'm trying to think.
I wrote notes, but I didn't need to get them out.
Yeah,
so
no,
I'm-
neither.
I'm glad with
I
it.
feel like this freeform thing where we like go into the subjects, but we can just like transition from
I think
anything.
it's been. I
I've
think it's
used my
gone pretty well.
notes, but at the same, like not in structure, if that makes sense. Like I've
Yeah,
used ideas that I've already.
I feel like this has gone pretty well.
Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
went
happy
off a
with how
few
this podcast
tangents.
is.
You know, I like that.
I was really
But,
nervous
um,
about this before it began. to be
Timmy,
honest.
before we end, what is your phrase?
I'm trying to think of something funny.
Come
I
on,
can't.
Just think of whatever's stuck in your head.
All right, man. Well, think of something for next podcast because we got to end it. We got to
Oh,
go to
we gotta
class.
go.
Can we start off that
Yeah,
next
we'll
episode
start off
with
We
next
can
time with
definitely.
the Spanish
I
phrase for you.
I like this. We're going to see how it goes once this has been published, and then we're going to see if we're going to make another one. We are going to be publishing on Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Yeah,
right?
Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Okay, well, thanks, guys. Would you like to say goodbye?
Thank you.